The question number 1 is, Princess Toadstool stands on the edge of a 30-meter high cliff. She throws Bowser upwards at 20 meters per second. If Bowser falls all the way to the bottom of the cliff, find his velocity when he hits the ground, the time it takes to hit the ground. So these are our diagram. 30 meters yung displacement, 20 meters yung acceleration. Then these are the given. Initial velocity is equal to 20 meters per second. T is equal to negative 30 meters kasi po pababa po yung hinahanap. Then the acceleration is negative 9.8 meter per second squared. And ang hahanapin ay final velocity and time. So the formula that we use are final velocity squared is equal to initial velocity squared plus 2 AD. Then we will square root the equation. Then the final formula is initial velocity squared plus 2AD. Square root of initial velocity plus 2AD. Then we will write the givens. Square root of 20 meters is equal to 400 plus 400 meters squared per second squared plus 2 times positive 294 meter per second squared. Then next one is square root of 400 meters squared per second squared plus 588 meters squared per second squared. Dahil tinayos namin yung 2 times 294. Then pagpaplasin yun, then lalabas ay 988 meters squared per second squared. Per second squared. Then we will square it, and the answer is positive and negative 31.43 meter per second. Ang hinahanap ng question ay downward motion. Then the answer will be negative 31.43 meter per second. Sa time naman, ang ginamit naming formula ay final velocity is equal to initial velocity plus acceleration and time. Given yung final velocity, initial velocity at acceleration, dahil kinuha na namin yung final velocity, then nag-derive ulit kami ng formula, then itong kinalabasan. Time is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity divide acceleration. We will write the given 31 minus 20 meters per second divide 9.8 meters per second. Then the answer will be negative 51.4 meter per second divide negative 9.8 meters per second squared. Then the final answer will be 5.24 seconds kasi pag pinag-divide mo yung dalawang negative, magiging answer is positive. Then these are our final answer. The final velocity will be negative 31.4 meters per second and the time will be 5.24 meters per second. 5.24 seconds. The second problem that we chose is problem number 6. So these are the problem number 6. A balloon is ascending at the rate of 12 meters per second at a height of 80 meters above the ground when a package drops. How long does it take the package to reach the ground? And what speed does it hit the ground? So this is our diagram that we draw. Wait. The balloon, then the package. This is the given initial velocity and the height, and we will find the final velocity and time. So the givens are initial velocity 12 meters per second, the height is average y is equal to y minus y initial y is equal to negative 80 meters. The acceleration is 9.8 meter per second squared. So we will find time. Y is equal to initial velocity t is equal to 1/2 a t squared. We will write the givens, and negative 80 meters is equal to 12t minus 1/2 times 9.8 meter per second squared t squared. We will cancel out, then we will write down the givens. Then negative 80 minus 12t is equal to 1/2 times 9.8 t squared is equal to 0. Then we will multiply 1/2 to 9.8, and the answer is 4.9 t squared is equal to 12t minus 80. So we will use the quadratic equation to get the time that we want to get. Then this is the formula for our quadratic equation. X is equal to negative b, positive and negative, b square root of b squared minus 4ac divide 2a. The given are a is equal to 4.9, b is equal to negative 12, c is equal to negative 80. So we will write the given, negative times negative b and negative 12, positive and negative, negative 12 squared minus 4 times 4.9 times negative 80 divide 2.4, 2 times 4.9. So yon, pinag-times natin negative times negative is equal to positive, then positive and negative, 144 minus 1568 divide 9.8. So pinag-minus natin yon, then ang lumabas is positive 1712, kasi nga negative times negative is equal to positive. Pinag-plus yon, divide 9.8. We will get the square root of 1712, and it is equal to positive and negative 41.38. So mangyayari dyan, paghihiwalay natin yan, 12 plus 41.38 divide 9.8 is equal to 5.45 seconds. Then sa kabila naman, 12 minus 41.38 divide 9.8 is equal to negative 3 seconds. So wala namang time na negative, so we will get the 5.45 seconds, and this is our time for letter A and problem number 6. Letter B naman, we chose the formula b squared is equal to initial velocity squared minus 2g y minus y initial y. Then b squared, nilagay lang namin yung given na nandun sa question, 12 meters per second squared, tapos itatimes siya squared, then 2 times 9.8 meters per second squared times negative 80. So ito yung kinalabasan, then 19.6 meter per second squared, kasi tinimes sa 2, then negative 80. Makatila. And 144 meters squared per second squared is minus negative 1568 meters squared per second squared, kasi pinag-times yon. Hindi pala, meter per second squared lang pala. Then lahat yon pag pinag plus mo, kasi negative times negative is equal to positive, magiging kalabasan is 1712 meter squared per second squared. Square root mo lang yun para mawala yung square dito sa velocity. Then our final velocity will be 41.48 meter per second. Then our final answer for problem number 6 is the time is equal to 5.45 seconds. Then the final velocity will be 41.48 meter per second. Ayun. Yun lang po. Thank you.